Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here coming at you with the 7th video in our Platinum Trophy Guide. And today we're going to be picking up right where we left off, only there's one last thing we have to do right outside of Leyndell before we officially enter Leyndell. But the thing is, Leyndell is going to be a very quick trip on our first go, as there's only one thing we absolutely have to get, and that's the one missable thing I mentioned in video 1. Everything else you can always just go back for. But the first thing that we actually have to do is if we come right over here, we'll be coming right here to this specific hero's grave that you will have to do. There will be an assassin enemy out front that'll give you the black knife, which is a pretty cool optional weapon to use against bosses that have chunky healths, as its special attack will deal a bunch of damage. Or if you happen to have Black Knife Tiche, which we probably got in episode 5 when we were doing Randy's questline and all the side stuff there, then you should already have it. So I'll meet you guys here, and just, yeah, I'll see you then. Alright, now as you can see, I've made it to the Sainted Heroes Graves. Now these are notoriously hard dungeons, as they always have either the one-shot mechanics of those giant horses that you can't defeat but you can ride on top of in some of them. But this one is a very specific one, as it requires solar beams to cause the enemies who are shadows to now be revealed and allowing you to damage them. That's going to be the main gimmick of it, but once you get through, you'll get to the boss, and when you defeat it, you'll get the Ashen Remains, and that'll be the last thing that you have to do before going into the capital city, aside from Volcano Manor. We'll do that one later, though. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you once I've defeated the boss and gone through the dungeon and everything. Alright, and as you can see, we have gotten the Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff Legendary Summon, and now we can 100% officially go back to the capital and then just run through most of it, as there's only one side thing that you really need to grab just to save yourself some time later on. So yeah, I'm going to see you there. Alright, now like I said, I'm more or less just going to be running through Leyndell Capital, as there's one missable thing we have to grab, one side thing that we have to grab now, or you can grab it later. It's truly up to you, but just letting you know what it is going to be more helpful for you guys, and then we can move on to fighting the two bosses that we have to fight in this area. Like I said, pretty short, pretty straightforward. So if you just follow the path that I take from here, I'll see you then. Alright, now from this grace, we're actually going to be going to a couple of places. Mainly, we're going to be heading down. Now, we're also eventually going to be heading up from here too, so just remember this grace as it is the Avenue Balcony. But from here, we're basically just going to be finding a secret little area down below. So if you run down here through these gates, hang a left, follow this path until you are around the other side of right here. You can jump over and into this well, and this is the optional area I was talking about. So you can follow this path down and through, and we'll grab the grace at the end once we can. Now there's also going to be a dungeon here I definitely recommend doing once you can, as it will give you a really good item for a possible boss cheese if you're trying to do a blood build later on. But just following the path that I take, and it is ridiculously dark here. There we go. It's a little bit better. Come on. You'll see we're now here at the area specifically, and the grace is here on our left. But as of now, we're now going to head back to that last grace and then just head from there. Alright, and like I said, just follow the path that I take from here, and this will lead us to our next boss, and then so on and so on. So yeah, pretty straightforward path from here. But like I said, if you guys want to fully explore and do things in between all of this, you can easily just take note of what to do in the video, or at least try and learn where to go. And then you can just freely explore and do whatever you want, as you can go at your own pace. You don't have to just, as soon as this guide comes out, follow it tooth and nail, minute to minute, you know. So yeah. Alright, now that we are here, we can get ready for the next boss and all that. And this will be Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. This will just be a like memory of him, so it's not the real deal. But still. You'd figure a memory or whatever this is wouldn't be affected this much by frostbite, but he surprisingly is. But just like that, he is dead. You'll get your last talisman pouch for the game. And then from here we can now go ahead and grab our next optional, or the one and only missable thing in the game, and that'll be a legendary armament. So if you just follow the path that I take from here, it'll get you the weapon. Alright, so from here you're just going to want to head back to the Erdtree Sanctuary. Alright, so from here we're actually going to be running up to that area just east of us. So I'll see you when I get there. Of course I'm just going to show you the path, but you know, I'm just going to speed it up like always. So yeah. Now once you make it here, you can notice that you can summon Melina, just for some extra help, which we will gladly do. We will wait till she is summoned in, of course, before we do anything official. And now we can enter the second boss of the area. You can see him just chilling up there. Like always though, I'm going to skip my cutscenes. Here we have Morgott, the Omen King. He's much faster than Morgott. Way more aggressive. As you can see, he's a pretty fast boy. And he hurts. But he'll eventually have this phase 2 moment where he'll start coughing, and then that's where you want to back up. But as you can see, Frost is still OP, as always. Having Melina and your Mimic here is pretty good, because as you can see, and he goes down. Not too much trouble. He can be tough, like I said, he's a very aggressive boss. But once you do that, you'll get a silver trophy for the Shard Bearer Morgott. Then what you're supposed to do from here is you're supposed to head up and try and enter the Erd Tree. And as you'll see, you are not allowed. And then from there, you can finally get your grace, and then you can talk to Melina, and then she will give you a whole medallion. Just a whole medallion, not a half that you have to find the other piece to. No, she will give you a whole medallion. As you can see here.
Hello again. Allow me a moment. You are unable to prevent the thorns. A husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
As you'll see, you'll get the rolled medallion. Now the last thing that I'm going to show you is going to be once again from the Avenue balcony, and that's going to be going to get to the next area, so on and so on, as you'll see. So yeah. Alright, so like always, just follow the path that I take from here, and this will get us to the next area, the Forbidden Lands / Mountaintops of the Giants. That's where we're going to be ending our video afterwards. Oh my, I'm so sorry about that. Alright, as you can see, we have now made it to the newest area that we have to go to, which will be the Mountaintops of Giants and Desecrated Snowfield. We're also going to be finishing up Volcano Manor in the next episode as well, so don't worry about that if you've been wondering why I'm just not doing it. We're going to be going back and finishing that soon. But anyways, this has been Mr. Pilgrim. Hope these guides have been helpful or have at least been informative. I will see you all in the next one.